Welcome, low ego action heroes. This is Debbie Levitt from DeltaCX.com, also CustomerCentricity.com. We are a full service CX and UX consultancy. We do projects, training, workshops, not those type of workshops, good workshops, and lots of consulting. Welcome. This is episode 33 from our Think Out Loud series. So this will be in the Think Out Loud playlist. And I came up with something I wanted to talk about today, even though nobody sent anything in. First question, hey Elvina, hey Ana Lucia. I am still playing with my new microphones. How does this sound? Manuel is here, yay! Oh my gosh, Manuel is my superhero for reasons some of you don't even know. I will talk about that in a separate episode, I promise. But yeah, let me know how the new microphones are sounding. I'm still playing with them. Got a little headset piece here. Not sponsored, but of course, is my mic off? Can you hear me? Today isn't that good, unfortunately. All right. Oh, it wasn't plugged in. I'm hearing echo. Yeah, maybe I should plug my mic in if I want to use it. Just a creative idea. You know, just a future possibility. So embarrassed. So sorry. Yeah, much better. Hey, funny, I'm a certified sound engineer, which is true. Hey, don't forget to plug your mic in. All right, let's start this again. Hi, I'm Debbie Levitt. See more at customercentricity.com. I'm so happy to see everybody here. Sorry about that technical thing. I'm still getting used to my new microphones. Not sponsored. I bought the Rode Wireless Go's, and I'm still not totally used to them yet, so I'm making mistakes. But thanks to all of you for putting up with my mistakes. Kind to my mistakes, as the song goes. And of course, thank you to everybody, past, present, and future, who's giving to the channel through the YouTube system. Thank you for keeping me in streaming software and chocolate chips. Always appreciated, but always optional. So thanks, everybody. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about, this is episode 33 from the Think Out Loud series. This will go in the Think Out Loud playlist. And nobody sent anything in, though you can, through deltacx.com/links. And I wanted to talk about Amazon and personalization, because I feel like one thing we hear a lot, and tell me if you've heard this, is, oh, Amazon is just the best at personalization. Oh, Amazon is so personalized. Oh, Amazon is so customer centric. And I know it's Monday and it's Think Out Loud, but I wanted to do some critical thinking on that and see what is personalization? What's the boundaries of personalization? And what types of personalization do we like, and what types of personalization are maybe not the right way to go, maybe unethical? So let me start by asking you in the live audience, and of course, if you're watching the video later, tell me in the chat. I always answer personally. How would you define personalization with an e-commerce website? What would you expect that website to know about you, or to do or not do, so that you felt like you had a personalized experience? Ana Lucia says, I've heard the customer-centric comment before, but not the personalization. Okay. Yeah, I've heard both. So that's my first question to everybody. I know we're about 40 seconds delayed, so let me know what to you would be a personalized, maybe a positive or a negative, personalized e-commerce experience. And then we'll talk about, is Amazon delivering that, and is it positive or negative? Okay, Elvina says, getting relevant suggestions. I agree. I think we do want people, I think many of us do want relevant suggestions, but my question would be, is that personalization, or is that just a good database, metadata, algorithm? Is it truly personalized? This is my critical thinking question for today. So again, Think Out Loud Monday has accidentally turned into Think Out Loud and Critical Thinking, Critical Think Out Loud Monday. Shiva says, I'm not really the best in my books, but one thing I like is that they don't waste time with NPS and measure effort. Okay. Did you work there? How do you know about what Amazon is doing internally? And is that just some departments or all? And how do you mean they measure effort? They measure their workers' effort? I'm not sure that's better. We're not measuring outcomes. Ana Lucia says, I personally don't think that it's personalized. At least in my experience, I've gotten stupid suggestions before. Yeah, and quick note, thinking of Friday conversation, stupid is one of those words we're going to stop saying. So look, we're all having trouble adjusting our language, but we must do it. Elvina says, oh, that's interesting. I thought all the personalization comes from good data analysis. Well, here's the thing. If I search for, okay, so we're gonna go to Amazon and you're gonna see what I've actually been searching for and buying. I'm gonna put it out there. A friend of mine recommended some tea from South Africa. If I buy some tea from South Africa and I get some suggestions for other tea, and you buy some tea from Brazil and you get the same suggestions for tea, is it still personalized? Or is it just a good recommendation algorithm that's not necessarily taking anything about me personally into consideration? That's kind of my question. What do you need to see on a website to say, wow, this is really a personalized experience? Because certainly good search results, good recommendations are important. But when do we say this was personalized and the experience? Solomon says, I would imagine it would know what I need and when I need it. Okay, so that's interesting. That's almost like a prediction engine. Can it predict something I'm doing or going to do, or maybe a habit I have or something like that? That's interesting. I'm not going to fight you on that. I think that's worth thinking more about. I don't think Amazon does that, but I do think it's interesting. And I've been writing an article on this topic about Amazon and personalization, and I came up with something kind of similar, like, or even to be more just in time and in the moment. Like, if Amazon can tell from the app that I'm in a different country and I'm trying to place an order to a hotel, should there be something different about my experience? Would that be personalization? All right, so I would love to hear more about what you think is personalization, both in a good and bad way. We talk about this a little bit in chapter 3 in my new book, Customers Know You Suck, available on Amazon, funny enough, and also now as an audiobook on Audible. So you can buy it. You can also get it on our website for $1, cxcc.to/CKYS, lowercase. So these are the things I'm thinking about, but I think to really have this conversation, let's talk about my experiences with Amazon. Sure, that's a little bit selfish. It's not going to be true for everybody. We're just going to focus on me because that's the easiest person for me to focus on because I can log into my own Amazon account. Ana Lucia says, they send some emails with suggestions and they aren't quite right for me. For example, I don't have a Nintendo Switch and I know I never searched anything about it. Still, they suggest that. Yeah, for sure. And so my question would be, is that still personalized? What made them think you wanted a Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch accessories? These are questions I have because if Amazon is supposedly fantastically customer-centric or really amazing at personalization, how often should it get it wrong? I mean, that's another question we could discuss. So I'm going to thoroughly embarrass myself. I have logged into my Amazon account in a not private browser. I'm going to share my screen. I apologize that my screen is in Italian because as I live in Italy, I mostly shop in Italy, on Amazon Italy, but I promise to translate what you're seeing. So, okay, here we go. Here's me, the optional tip jar, the chat room, and my screen. Shiva says, without breaching NDA, they have measures for customer effort in recommending products as opposed to asking, will you recommend this? Oh, Elvina says, did you mention a Nintendo Switch in a conversation with someone? We're talking about that in the Slack. world today in the oh my god bad CX channel because of an experience I had. That's a whole separate story. So let's take a look at the things that Amazon is recommending for me, and let's please remember that I've been ordering from Amazon what feels like weekly for what feels like 20 years or more. So you would think by now they have a lot of data on my preferences, my habits, some things I'm absolutely not into. So let's take a look at this. So let's see. This is an American Express ad. So obviously there's some sort of relationship here with Amazon and American Express. I'm already paying with an American Express, not sponsored, and I didn't think I was getting a discount. So I don't even know what this is about. Now let's take a look at the modules. One thing I always notice about Amazon, and here's some of the thinking out loud, and I hope you'll do it too in the audience and write into the chat room, and that is, I feel like this is, oh my gosh, throw everything at this woman. Throw absolutely everything at her. And I wonder if it accidentally makes people think it is personalized because there's just so much stuff. Like the way you read your horoscope and you think, oh wow, they're really talking about me, when your horoscope is usually quite general. Lucia says, I have friends that have Nintendo Switch. I'm one of the few that doesn't. Okay, so the first module we see, if we're going left to right, basically says pick up where you left off. That's probably the best English translation for this. I was looking at laminators because mine finally died. I don't super need them, so I didn't buy one. So Amazon knows I looked at a few of these and didn't buy one, so they want to see if they can get me to buy one. Now, is that personalized, or is that just an e-commerce system that has a good record of things I've looked at and something I looked at but didn't buy, so they could show it to me again and be like, hey, don't you want that laminator? I still don't feel like that's personalized. I mean, it's personalized in that your screen won't necessarily show laminating machines, but, you know, is it really personalized to me other than I happen to look at laminating machines? Now, this one says continue to buying, which I'm probably not translating very well, but you get the idea. These were also things I looked at but didn't buy. One is the laminating machine, one is a small amplifier, and these two, funny enough, I don't know what they are. Amazon recommended them to me at one point on the home screen like this, like, you're going to like this. And I was on my phone. I didn't have my glasses on. I couldn't even tell what these were, and they didn't of what they were. And I was like, ooh, rainbow. Ooh, what's that? Turns out I think it's alligator clips. I do not need alligator clips. Now Amazon thinks I do. It turns out this is some sort of maybe wrist strap for your cell phone. I definitely don't need that. But I clicked on it because I was like, oh, is this like a dog leash? So I clicked on these things because I couldn't tell what they were. And now Amazon thinks I might be interested, and it keeps pushing me on this. Ana Lucia says, my Amazon homepage looks pretty much like that. I even have tools on a car battery, but no idea why. Okay, so this says, today's offers, discover more. I don't want to. This is an ad for Abyssal, which is really funny because we just got a brand new vacuum cleaner as a wedding present, so we don't need a vacuum cleaner. So this must just be a general ad shown to people. Also trying to show me local or regional sporting events because of Prime Video. I'm not into sporting events at all. I don't search sporting events. I don't watch sporting events. So this must just be something they're showing to all Italians on the assumption that people on Amazon Italy care about sports. I don't even know what sport this is. I assume it's soccer or football, as they say. Don't know. Okay, next set of modules. They're trying to push me on the second season of a show I've never heard of. This does not look like my type of thing at all, but there you go. This means basically buy again. like buy of new, like, again. Yes, we've been buying a lot of masks. We've been staying masked even through all of the adventures we've been having. This is the South African tea that I bought. These are chewable vitamin C's that we bought, put in the cart, and took out of the cart and didn't buy again. And these are my white chocolate chips. And I just opened the bag yesterday, so I don't need these. Buy your favorite products of daily use, says the caption. So they imagine that these are things I'm using every day. Not necessarily, but that must be what Amazon thinks. Oh, Ana Lucia says it's football. Italy versus Portugal. Okay, I wouldn't have known. We prize for you. View terms and conditions. What do you think, everybody? Should we click on this? Is this going to be personalized? Is the surprise really for me? And if it were, that would probably make it personalized. But I've got a clue here that it isn't, because this says sponsored, which means it's an ad. So it says this ad is not relevant, not appropriate, not working, I see it too much, useful, or something else. The problem is I don't even know what the ad is for. But again, we have a surprise for you. Should we click it? You tell me. Anyway, let's keep going on. This says explore more articles or items. Articles not like a magazine article. It's like an item. Now, this is probably because we bought Pier Mario's mom binoculars for Christmas. So now they must think I'm into all of these outdoorsy things. I don't need any of these things. I'm not even sure what some of them are. But we did buy his mom binoculars for Christmas. Isn't that related to the vacuum cleaner ad? Good question. That's a great UX question. Is sponsored over here related to this ad or this surprise? I'm not sure. Hard to say. It looks like the box is touching the surprise box and it's distant from this box, but I'm not sure. So it looks like here they want me to explore more articles. These appear to be mostly related to camping because I did look at binoculars but I'm not even sure what some of these things are. I don't know what this screwy hand drilly looking thing is. I don't know what some of these things even are. So but notice Amazon doesn't put the caption of what they are. Why can't you write underneath this, screwy tent thingy? Like, I think maybe they're thinking if you don't know what it is, you'll click on it because you're curious. Well, that's what happened with the alligator clips on this other thing. I was like, ooh, what is that? And then it's like, oh, this has nothing to do with me. Ana Lucia says, I would say the sponsored is related to the ad, but poorly placed. I understand the confusion. Right. So I don't know which thing is the ad, and I don't know what is the surprise for me. It's very much a surprise. Now, what about this? Other items to explore. I don't know what I'm looking at. Does anybody know what these things are? I don't. Okay, this is a carabiner clip. This is some sort of super discount off-brand smartwatch. This is some sort of circle. This is another carabiner clip. But I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. But again, they're not telling me what this is. It would be great if there were just a caption under here saying what this is, or maybe showing the price and the ratings or something. I guess they're assuming that I'm going to be so... But then the problem is, that's a very random list. It sure is. But then the problem is, because I clicked on these two out of confusion, now Amazon, and I did that like months ago. Now Amazon thinks, hey, you want these, continue buying these. But sometimes I'm clicking, and wait till you get to the next modules, I'm clicking these things out of confusion. What is this? What is this carabiner that looks like it's also some sort of bolt tightener, that looks like it's also some sort of bottle opener, that looks like it has some sort of light or chip in it? I don't know what that is. And what would I do with it? I don't know. Is this personalized? I don't know. It might be personalized in the sense that I'm seeing different recommendations that you are, but does this make me feel like Amazon really knows me? Does this make me feel like these things have been personalized to my likes or shopping habits? These are random dartboard throws at things that are peripherally related to something I looked at some point. Ana Lucia says, I clicked on the car battery by mistake and now my homepage is full of car batteries. Oh no. Right. Do we feel like that's personalized? Let's look at the next set of modules. Okay, we have kitchen. Would I like a deli meat slicer? What? Would I like a coffee machine? Would I like a toaster? Would I like a slow cooker? Which is funny because we've already bought one off Amazon. So this module is definitely not personalized. It doesn't even seem to have a sense of what I've already bought or what I might need. I think they are just throwing darts at the dartboard. Next, we have Made in Italy, which for some reason is in English. Why isn't that in Italian? I'm on the Italian site. You want to tell me things are made. Yeah, exactly. Elvina says, why is there a title in English? Especially a title like Made in Italy. And again, it's, I think Arredo is like, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, is like home furnishings, kitchen, clothing and accessories, beauty and wellness. Again, clearly not personalized to me. These are definitely not things I'm into and not things that I shop for on Amazon. I have bought a couple of kitchen appliances, but this doesn't feel personalized at all. This definitely feels like I'm just standing in front of the person in Italy dartboard. Ana Lucia says, I used the Spanish Amazon that has been translated to Portuguese and it has those kinds of mistakes. I love this one. Ti potrebbe piacere anche. You might also like this is like lower confidence. You know, we're using the conditional tense. Maybe you like this. You might also like this. This seems to be some sort of Japanese food. This is Marmite, which I've never bought. So I've never bought Japanese food as far as I know. I've never bought Marmite. I have not bought tea from this brand or this type of tea. And in fact, I'm allergic to non-herbal tea, but you know, you would have to be really personalized to know that. And I can't, this says agar agar. What? When would I use agar agar? That and a kilogram of it. That's a lot. Unlikely. Also from the not personalized bucket, winter fashion for women. Has anyone seen me lately? I am the least fashionable person possibly on the planet. Cold temperatures, jackets, slippers, sweaters. I already own slippers, bought them on Etsy. I already have a cold weather jacket. I bought it at the military surplus store. Actually, I got it on Amazon after seeing it at the military surplus store. Sweaters, not my thing. More of a hoodie person. These clothes seem comfy, though. If that's your style. This isn't my style. I'm not going to click on any of these. Hello. Now there's more. Discover more in electronics. I have no idea what this first thing is. It looks like some sort of iPod. Hello. Lots of hand waving. Second thing, I'm not even sure what this is. Some sort of Wi-Fi router? We've got 3. An extension cable. No, this is a stereo 3.5 to what looks stereo 3.5 male to what looks like stereo 2.5 female. Do not need. Some sort of giant woofer. Headphones. Some sort of Wi-Fi broadcaster. Batteries. This is really dartboard stuff. I don't feel like this relates to things I've searched or bought. It's like, hey, you know, do you know we have like really random electronics? So these are parts where I feel like it's not personalized. Next, oh, I love this one. Recommended for you. Now, if it's recommended for you, you would hope that it's got something to do with anything I have bought or have searched for, or after 20 years, Amazon would know that I like. What is this crazy crap? I can't even tell what this first thing is. No idea. And it doesn't say, and I'm not going to click on it because we've all learned that lesson. Second thing, I don't know what this is. This other thing is the same thing. Yeah, what are those? I don't know. It looks like a pen, but then it looks like some sort of electronic circuit tester. I have no idea. I don't need that. This is a battery monitor. Don't need that. This looks like an HDMI cable. No. Looks like a tiny HDMI cable in a case. No. This is 5 identical pointy things. I don't even know what these are. So how is this recommended for me? Let's go back to our topic here. Does this feel personalized? Does this feel unique to me? Does this feel like, do I feel like Amazon gets me? I belong here. This is a place where I want to shop. I really want to spend a lot of time on this homepage because Amazon gets me. I almost never look at the homepage because it's just full of garbage. It is just a sideshow of a circus of stuff they're just throwing at me. And sure, maybe yours says different things. So you could say, well, it is personalized, Deb, because my recommended module has different things. But I have no idea how they're recommending these things. It doesn't feel personalized when it's got nothing to do with my likes or shopping habits or searching habits or anything. So it doesn't feel personalized. Bissell again. Bissell evidently thinks I'm dirty and disgusting. It does seem to say you will spend less time vacuuming and more time with your four paws friend. Okay, so maybe they know I have a dog. That would make sense. I bought lots of dog accessories on Amazon. Here we go. Look at this. We're still on this homepage. If this is personalized, it is definitely the scattershot version because it does not feel focused. There isn't a focus. And certainly if Larry Marine were here, he would tell us nobody did task analysis because nobody really understands why I'm here. So they're just going to throw everything they can at me and hope that something hits. Ana Lucia says, I never thought it was personalized because of that. The homepage is so cluttered. Most of it doesn't seem related to something I would buy. It doesn't seem related to me either. Discover emerging brands, which is funny because brand is an English word. Italian has a word, marca. You would say like mark. You wouldn't. I wouldn't say brand in English. So I don't know who translated this. Elvina says it's we threw everything at the screen personalization. Yeah, and that makes it feel not personalized. I don't want an Echo Show. I don't want fashion and accessories. I still don't want kitchen and house stuff. I don't want perfumes. I don't want makeup. I mean, just so strange. Okay, this is for beauty products made in Italy. Candles in glass. Frames, coffee makers, water filters. I mean, really, it's just everything. It's like, do you know we have everything? Imagine if we got to a store and someone stood in the doorway and yelled at me, do you know we have everything? We have everything. We have carabiners. We have Geiger counters. We have candles. We have shoes. It's like, that wouldn't work in a real store. Ottimi prezzi sulla moda uomo. Okay, my Italian pronunciation isn't that good yet, but this is best prices for men's fashions. Who's that for? I don't get it. Next. Other articles to explore, as if I have not done enough exploring so far. All right. Some of these are vaguely related to things I've searched for months ago. Some of these, I have no idea what they are. This looks like a 30 amp fuse. I don't want that. I don't need that. Here we go. All right. Products for the office. Printer cartridges, paper, pens, or like pen refills, and little appliances, little things. Again, darts at the dartboard, darts at the dartboard. This doesn't feel personalized to me. Fai da te is what in America we call DIY, do it yourself. This doesn't look like do it yourself. I have to buy these things. I mean, look at this old fashioned telephone. Oh, it's not a telephone, it's a door camera thing. CDs and vinyls, rap and hip hop, hard rock, classic rock, and dance pop. The last CD I bought on Amazon was about a month or two ago, and I bought the new mixes and remastering of XTC's Skylarking album from 1987, which is none of those four genres, so this doesn't feel personalized. And these are some vitamins I looked at some point. Dehumidifier DIY, what? I know. Now what? Discover beauty products molto apprezzati. I think like most appreciated. So this must be things other people liked. Toenail clipper. Hey, we haven't thrown enough stuff at you. Here's some beauty products other people like. I'm not even buying beauty products. Why? Find your favorite, says this ad. Amazon Essentials. Discover. My favorite what? My favorite woman with lovely curly hair? My favorite leopard jacket? I don't even know what this refers to. Karen, to recommend a relevant thing, they need to know your context and why you're there once you land on the site. They just guess based on your data or a segment that might not be relevant to your context. Long way to go. That's how I feel. I feel like so little of this is personalized. And if so, it's really just like, hey, you searched for this before, want to see it again? Selected for you. I don't even know what this is. Abdominal home exerciser. Okay, I've never looked for anything like that. Another carabiner. Bowflex. Oh, this is a fitness weight. Okay, no, I don't buy those online. Powerball Titan Auto Start Pro. I don't know what that is, but it seems to be home workout. Another carabiner clip. Tactical pouch. Training your breathing? I don't get it. And then, oh, by the way, here's some things you've already searched for and looked at. Yes, and some of these I looked at because I couldn't tell what they were. What is this thing that says Zippo on a hook? Is it a lighter? Is it a pill case? I was not sure. Here's these two things I wish would go away. I wish you could X these out and be like, I looked at this by accident. I don't want this. Don't change the algorithm. These two books I bought. I've held them up on the show before, so you know I bought them. And I just bought some more coconut milk. That'll get here in a week or so. So finally, down here are things I've looked at recently, but they're also strange because some of them I bought. You know, how many Italian language test preparation books do I need? You can remove those. Okay, but I don't see an affordance. I don't see a way to remove those. So, Who's curious about the surprise for me? Evidently nobody, but let's take a look. Let's click on it. The surprise for me is, look at this terrible low quality graphic. Why did they do that? Discover your promotional code and the benefits that you can get in this page. Coupons. Today's offerings. So what's the surprise for me? 20% products. I don't even understand this sentence. Honey, can you translate something for me? Why does this say extra 20% di sconto su prodotti resi già scontati al momento dell'acquisto? So the idea is certain products are going to be surprise extra 20% off?
No, there's an extra 20% off of products that were already discounted when they were sold.
There's what does that even mean? An extra 20% off products already discounted when they were sold.
So that's what
Am I not buying them the first time? When were they sold?
Like the famous headphones I bought were discounted, like were sold at a lower price. So they're giving you an extra discount over something that was not full price.
Oh, so this is Amazon Warehouse by returns. You're basically buying someone's returns or extras.
Right, but somebody bought the return at a lower price than the street price. So you're.
But I don't. Is that clear to you? Like, does this make sense?
Hey, I'm on the podcast.
Hey.
Yeah. And what a beautiful green screen.
They don't know you changed the green screen.
Extra 20% di sconto su prodotti resi, so extra 20% off of returns that were already discounted when they were sold.
Okay.
That's just what it is.
Okay, so discount on stuff that was probably returned or...
Well, everything is returned, but they were sold at a discount in the first place.
Okay, like a book on microeconomics.
Yeah, or on microwave.
Or an espresso machine. Anna Lucia says, why does the image say 30% and this text says 20%? My Italian isn't that good. No, you're right. That looks weird. This one says extra 30% and this one says extra 20%. So you're right. There is a not match there. Solomon says, okay, real talk. Would you allow an app to claim interest on any piece of data they can access? Because without it, the extent of personalization they could apply is limited. Sure, but the question is, what can Amazon know about me from shopping behavior or previous habits or things like that? Because the previous page looked just like a giant guessing game. I felt like almost none of this was personalized. Almost none of this was relevant. It was really just a giant guessing game. Like, hey, Debbie's here. Throw everything we can at her. But that's also the question that Solomon's asking. This is a question I wanted to ask all of you. We know that we're living in a universe where a lot of these systems already have too much information about us and they're snooping on us and they're listening to our conversations. So would I want to say something to my husband and then have a product show up on the Amazon homepage? No, that enters creepy territory for me if I didn't specifically give permission to microphone access, knowing that's how it would be used, not general permission to microphone access, specific permission to microphone access, knowing that's how it would be used. So yeah, what can Amazon know about me? What should Amazon know about me? And what would make this more personalized? I think these are all fair questions, and I'm not sure there's a right answer. I wanted to turn this into a critical thinking out loud, think out loud discussion to kind of walk through Amazon and take a look at, does this feel personalized? Does this feel customer centric? I'm not sure that felt customer centric. It felt like a lot of things thrown at me that were kind of cognitive load, frustrating, overwhelming, confusing. Ana Lucia says, I wouldn't allow that, but it's kind of weird that they suggest some stuff. Their predictions on customer behavior seem a bit off. Yeah, at one point I remember being recommended a Geiger counter, as if I'm going to go measure how much radiation is somewhere. And my thought was like, do I secretly live on a nuclear site that I don't know about? Why are you recommending a Geiger counter to me? I don't have anything in my hobbies or work that are related to atomic bombs or radiation. Who's got radiation among me? So these are some questions. I also like to tell the story about we wear headlamps here at night. We have to go outside. We put on a headlamp. We have hands-free. We have a nice bright light. We got them on Amazon, not sponsored. And at one point, we needed to replace the batteries in one of them. So I went on and I searched for the batteries, bought 2 spare batteries. Well, for like the next month or two, all Amazon did was recommend e-cigarettes and vaping devices to me. And it was really strange because at first I hadn't put 2 and 2 together. I was like, I've never smoked anything in my life. I've never searched for anything smoking related. I'm not really talking about smoking that I can think of. Why does Amazon think I'm a vapor? Almost all of my recommended products were vaping stuff. And then I realized the batteries for the headlamp were the same batteries that go in many vaping devices, and Amazon didn't make the connection between the batteries and the headlamp it had sold me. It made the connection between the batteries and a vaping device I've never looked for and don't want. So is that still personalized? Let's see. Perlock Holmes, great name, says they're not using data strategically. For example, I tend to purchase environmentally friendly items on Amazon. Oh, the irony. I feel ya. And feel like they could do so much with this data, but they don't. Good point. Yeah. What if they asked you during checkout if you want to buy carbon offsets? There's so many interesting things that could be added to the experience if they know or believe that you are more eco-minded or things like that. Solomon, you bought batteries. You must be a smoker. LMAO. Yeah, it was so strange because I was like, well, hold on. I bought the headlamp from Amazon, so they should be able to put 2 and 2 together and know that the batteries could be for the headlamp. But wow, they made another leap to vaping. I don't know how or why, but again, maybe their data says most people who buy these batteries also buy stuff related to vaping. That's fine. That's what your data says, but then let's not pretend that's personalized. That's not personalized to me. That's personalized to other people, and you've just wondered if I fall into that lazy bucket. I don't fall into that lazy bucket, so that's not personalized for me, because personalized for me would be you've bought 3 headlamps from us, you've bought spare batteries for your headlamps. Maybe you want nighttime things. Maybe you want really bright flashlights. We think maybe you're camping. I'm not. We think maybe you're camping. What about these camping things? What about this lantern? You know, it's like they could try to generalize this in another direction, but to go to vaping was very strange. So, but again, we can see how the data could do that depending upon how your databases are set up, how your metadata is set up. But let's not say it's customized. It's not customized. It's not personalized to me. It's personalized to smokers. Elvina, they could have offered the batteries even earlier, not when you searched for it, given they know you might need them after the first ones expire. Yeah, that's true. What if, now, here we go. Now we're getting a little solution brainstormy here. So grain of salt. I don't fully understand the problem. I'm guessing at a solution. This may not be good. But what if they knew from reviews that the batteries in these headlamps don't last very long? People are leaving low ratings. Low ratings are mentioning the batteries. What if some sort of semantic bot can tell that the batteries tend to die quickly, even though they're rechargeable? What if, as Elvina says, they started showing me batteries for the headlamp before I even needed them? Hey, these go with your headlamp. What if Amazon helped me know what goes with what? Why are you showing me Vegemite? Do you think it goes with something I've bought? Because if it does, I can't tell. Why are you showing me a Geiger counter? Does it go with something I searched for? Is it something about where I live? Is it something about some activity you think I'm doing? What if Amazon let us in on how they've drawn some of these conclusions so that I can understand why you're showing me these things? What if some of these things just had their name under them? We looked at so many things today and we said, what is that? Why wouldn't Amazon tell us what that is? Now, maybe they think the curiosity will get the best of me, but you only have to do that a few times on Amazon to know, ooh, I don't want to click on that again. I'm going to have car batteries on my homepage for the next 3 months. Ana Lucia says, I just found out they have something called profile management where we can add our favorite department, weight, height, and age group. Mine's completely empty. Yeah, I'm not sure that's an upgrade because I get a lot of really weird things because I am 51. I tend to fall into these lazy buckets of either you have college-age children, which I don't. You have grandchildren, which I don't. You are a senior citizen who is fat and needs to do some chair yoga. Okay, I'm overweight, but I wouldn't quite have put myself in that bucket. So no, I definitely don't want to give them my weight and height and age. I'm worried that is a downgrade. Martina says it feels that the aim of the homepage is more about giving you the feeling you can find anything on Amazon, so you might think of it for any future need instead of personalized suggestions. That's a maybe. I think that's a good point. But then I also think about all the things that are on Amazon that it didn't show me and all the things that the homepage repeated. So if you really want me to know that Amazon has lots of stuff, I didn't see video game related stuff. Now I'm not into that. Maybe they know that and maybe they don't. There's a lot of stuff that got repeated that they didn't show me. So maybe that only partially sends that message. But am I getting the message that Amazon has a lot of things and I could buy almost anything there if my time on my homepage or app home screen just feels confusing? If I feel like, why am I looking at this? Get me out of here. Let's see what's in my app home screen and if it's the same modules. Alrighty. We've got something I already bought. We've got lamination machines. We've got, I can't tell what this is and I can't zoom in on it. No pinch and zoom. Alligator clips. I don't know what this is. It says an item for you. And I don't know what it is at all. I have no guess. Literally no idea. The thing that says un articolo per te. Sorry, it's blurry. I don't know what that is. Here, there we go. I don't know what that is. Hey, Noisy Doll, how are you? I heard the recommendations had become pay to play in an article about the decline of platforms. That's possible. It's trying to sell me a smartphone when it should know from the accessories I bought that I bought a smartphone in the last 6 months, and it's not this one. Recommended for you. Discover more. Yeah, it's a lot of the same things with just a couple of variations, like other articles to explore has solar panels when the web-based one didn't. Intelligent cameras for night vision. Is there something I should know? Looks like a 3D printer. I don't know what it is, and I'm afraid to click on it because then they'll think I'm into this, and then I'll get a zillion squillion of them. I don't even know what that is. You're right. It could be a 3D printer. We'll never know. It wants to sell me $21 Bluetooth headphones, even though I already bought $300 Sennheiser Bluetooth headphones. That doesn't make sense. Like, do you have a sense of what my taste is? Do you have a sense that when it comes to certain items, I do buy the name brand and I do spend a little bit more, like some of my electronics. Some of my electronics are not name brand. It's whatever factory it rolled off of, but my Bluetooth headphones are name brand. Oh, now it thinks I want all of these wrist straps because of the time I accidentally clicked on one thinking they were dog accessories. So sad. It's funny, a lot of stuff is different on the app. They're showing me different things, but I assume that's just more dartboard throws. Some weird things on here. Stuffed animal Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. No, thank you. Really weird things, everybody. Ana Lucia says they kept showing you exercise stuff as if you went rock climbing regularly or they thought you needed to lose some weight. This should never be a suggestion unless they know you're a sporty person. Yeah, I think I bought some exercise bands from a former client, Body Elastics, not sponsored. I had to buy them off Amazon America and have them shipped to Italy. That was 2 years ago? A year ago? So that's not recent. And I'm definitely not sporty. I'm not working out enough. Are they trying to tell me I'm fat and out of shape? Hey, I already know. Newsflash. Martina says maybe for a future Think Out Loud episode could be thinking about what data we would need to make a super personalized experience on Amazon or how the homepage could look. Yeah, I'm certainly open to that, and I was hoping the conversation would go in some of those directions. What would help people feel like this were more personalized? What would make me look at this and go, "Wow, this really is for me." This really is for me. They've been watching what I've been shopping for and buying for 20 years now. Yep, they really got my taste nailed down. Even if they weren't pulling data from other sources like Home Conversations, I don't have an Amazon Echo, or my location, or even without that, how could that homepage actually look like it was really made for me? It doesn't feel made for me. It feels spray and pray, as they say. What about any of you? What do you think could be on that page, for me or you, that would make you feel like this really is personalized? They really get me. They know what I'm into. They know what I like. Perlock Holmes says, I think they first need to differentiate between items purchased as gifts versus items bought for yourself. Otherwise, customization is out of the window and irrelevant. Yeah, I mean, they do have during the checkout, this item is a gift. There is a checkbox, so they would have a sense of some items that were gifts, but certainly not all of them. So, for example, we just bought on Amazon an orbital sander. I don't need an orbital sander. I'm not going to use an orbital sander, but our neighbor is a carpenter and he found that the price on Amazon was less than the local stores, so he wanted us to order it for him. Now, I'm getting stuff related to orbital sanders. Okay, I get it. I bought that. You think I'm into that. You're going to show me stuff that goes with it or some stuff that's like it. Okay, there's no way, but what if there were a way for me to mark, this wasn't for me. Stop showing me, get orbital sander off the list. I'm not into them. This was for somebody else, either a gift or I just bought it for them. Martina says, maybe for you, it'll have big sections all about dog products and dog pictures. Yeah, that's a good question. So what have I bought off Amazon that are dog related? I've bought dog harnesses, dog vests, dog leashes, dog collars, dog custom printed dog tags. That means they hypothetically know my dog's names if they put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, I think you're right, Martina. I think we definitely could have seen some interesting personalization, knowing that I have at least a dog, maybe more, because I recently bought 4 dog collars at the same time. So I either love to keep changing my dog's collars for fashion reasons, or I've got a lot of dogs. So, yeah, where's all the dog stuff? That's a great question. I think that's a really good point. Amazon should know that I've got dogs. Solomon says, say you periodically made the same purchase. Amazon could remember this and offer you that item to improve your task flow, maybe a discount. I do get that sometimes. Sometimes they're like, hey, buy this again. We have that section on the homepage now, the buy it again. It was just stuff I didn't need to buy again. Sometimes it shows me stuff I do want to buy again, like the peanut butter I have flown in from Germany. For months it was showing me buy another kitchen sink. Hey, newsflash, I only need one kitchen sink, showing me the kitchen sink that I bought on Amazon again. I don't need another. Where is the information in the metadata that says people are unlikely to buy this one again? Don't bother showing them the kitchen sink again. Ana Lucia says, if they studied your customer behavior, they would know that. That's why it feels so off. Solomon says, Amazon could notice items you save and don't buy, items on your shopping list that are longer, and others to try to interpret why. Perlock Holmes says, there's a screen to input pets' data, names, breed, weight, dietary needs, but they kind of hide it in the menu. A missed opportunity to position it in the relevant module. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder, where could it go? Is that something that I should see after checkout? Maybe after I buy pet related items, maybe there's something optional on the checkout confirmation page. Thanks for your order. Tell us more about your pets. Upload your pets' pictures. People love that stuff. Not everybody, some. Martina, the not for me is a feature I miss so much on Spotify. It just shows me lots of new episodes of podcasts I checked only once and never listened to, but no way to tell I'm not interested. Exactly. And I think that's another interesting aspect of personalization. I'd like to be able to say, I know I bought an orbital sander, but I'm really not into them. You don't have to keep showing me orbital sanders and accessories. I know I bought this or that. I know I bought binoculars. It wasn't really for me. Stop showing me binoculars stuff. Carly Grace, where's the line between personalization and just being creepy? Yeah, I mean, to me, and again, this line is evolving, of course, but I think to me, I would find it creepy if Amazon suggested something to me that I've never bought on their site and never searched for on their site, but talked to my husband about. Those types of things to me are always creepy. And we're having that conversation in the Slack channel now because over the weekend I said to him, in 2025, you won't be able to take a cruise to the Norwegian fjords unless you are on a zero emissions cruise ship. And his response was, well, I don't want to do that anyway. I want to go by land to the Norwegian fjords and support small businesses. Well, this morning I got an Instagram ad for a zero emissions ship to take me to the Norwegian fjords. We didn't Google it. We didn't do any further research because he said he wasn't interested. And yet I got an ad. So now we're trying to run experiments of blocking certain apps from my microphone to see who is sneakily listening in. To me, that is the pinnacle of creepy. I can't complain that Amazon thinks I want more orbital sanders or orbital sander accessories. I just bought one. It was for someone else, but okay, I get it. You think I'm into this because you saw me buy it. Okay, fine. I'd love to tell you I'm not into it, but okay, you think I'm into it. But to me, creepy and crossing the line would be for Amazon to have information I didn't give them. What if Amazon had my future travel plans? Hey, Debbie, you're going to Copenhagen in March. We think you need a new scarf. Hold on there, Amazon. I didn't tell you that. How do you know that? Where'd you get that? That to me is where it would get creepy. Is it personalized? Yes. Is it personalized but possibly unethical and creepy? Yes. We talked about this in chapter 3 in Customers Know You Suck. So, yeah. Hey, Charlene, you're very late. Yes, we're ending like now, but good to see you. Okay, I'm going to need to play us out of here since I've got more calls and stuff coming up today. Thanks, everybody, for making this a really interesting conversation. I hope people watching it later will leave some comments under the video with some of their ideas about personalization. Tomorrow is double office hours. I'll be here 10 a.m. Italy time and 6:30 p.m. Italy time for more time zones around the world. Thank you, Noisy Doll Becky. Wednesday is book club. We'll be talking about chapters 9, 10, and 11. And Friday, I'll be reading the new MIT article, Pooping on Design Thinking, because I think their angle on this is very interesting. Hey, Malika. So that is kind of it for today. Thanks again for joining in and doing a little thinking out loud and a little critical thinking out loud. If you have something you want to send in for Think Out Loud, please do. deltacx.com/links. We do it every other Monday at our regular time. So I hope everybody has a super rest of their Monday. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope to see everybody tomorrow at one or both of the office hours. Thanks. Customer centricity as business intelligence. Visit deltacx.com to learn why we are